My name is Sabrina Lewandowski, and I am honored to be part of this opening ceremony. To be standing among some of the finest individuals who have dedicated their lives to saving those of others is humbling. I'm also honored to stand before you as a survivor, a testament to the good works of the Preston Tisch Brain Tumor Center here at Duke. I believe the Duke Cancer Center is a crown jewel to Duke's already outstanding facilities. When I first came to Duke for help, I had no idea what my overall experience would be like. It was this exact time of the year in February. I had just had brain surgery, a resection of my right frontal lobe, and had my first appointment with Dr. Friedman. The news was daunting. I had the most aggressive form of brain cancer, a stage 4 glioblastoma multiforme. With not knowing anything about brain tumors, Henry asked me what I knew about my brain tumor. I could only respond with the word nothing. He told me not to look it up online, that I would see myself as a corpse in as early as 6 months, but he also assured me of something else. To roughly quote Dr. Friedman, he said, "If you go to the majority of other institutions, they would tell you to go home, that they really could not help you, and you had on average 6 to 18 months to live." He said these other facilities use the same protocols to treat my tumor as they did 30 years ago, and they didn't work then, and they don't work now. But at Duke, we do things differently. We have a starting treatment protocol for you, and if Plan A doesn't work, we have Plan B, and if Plan B doesn't work, we have Plan C. That was 10 years ago. I quickly learned that the Duke Brain Tumor Center's motto was, "At Duke there is hope." They gave me a tote bag full of literature and even a rubber brain. All the tangible things that I could touch and read, but the only thing that I still have from that bag is the hope that I was given by Dr. Friedman and the staff that first day that I came to Duke. The power of hope is overwhelming. When world-renowned doctors give you hope, they are telling you they believe in you, and so you should too. When I looked up the definition of hope, I was disappointed, as it did not capture the magnitude of what this word meant to me. So I decided to look up the word I associated the most opposite to hope, despair. After reading the definition of despair, the meaning of hope became so much more powerful. Gloom, disheartenment, discouragement, hopelessness, referring to a state of mind caused by circumstances that seem too much to cope with. A total loss, which may be passive or may drive one to furious efforts. Desperation, the abandonment of hope, impelling to a furious struggle against adverse circumstances with utter disregard of consequences. A loss of courage, hope, and ambition because of obstacles, frustrations, etc. The doctors at the Brain Tumor Center gave me 3 priceless gifts on that March day in 2002. The first is hope, and the second was access to their groundbreaking research efforts that are current and advanced beyond measure. I am the face of hope, but I know that I'm not the only face of hope. There are countless others who I have met along my journey who also found hope at the Duke Brain Tumor Center. I was treated here with the protocols that targeted my brain. They did not destroy other parts of my body. I was treated as a person who the doctors recognized by name rather than my 6-digit patient number. I was also treated with compassion. The Duke experience for me was one where I was never alone, had access to the most gifted and bright doctors and staff, and always had the gift of hope. They believed in me, and therefore so did I. As I walked into this amazing facility, I felt a sense of promise. The center promises outstanding commitment to excellence, dedication to patients and their families, compassion, and ultimately hope. As you enter the Duke Cancer Center, you'll notice it is teeming with life. There are many open spaces where sunshine and natural light pour in. There are plants, trees, and atriums. There are quiet rooms for reflection and an overall sense of spirituality. It is clean, fresh, and modern, just like the research and treatment happening here. A challenge for me over the course of 10 years has been who to thank for all that I have received, and is thanking someone really enough? Recently, I was at a rehearsal dinner for a wedding, and I was introduced to the priest who was officiating the ceremony as a miracle child. I told him I felt very conflicted. How do you thank and who do you thank for so many continued blessings? I told him I prayed, I lived my life as a good citizen, and I helped others in need. And he took my hand and told me to accept the blessings and to live the miracle. He also said I should share my story, and that is what I plan to do. At this point, I would like to introduce my husband, Gregory Lewandowski, who has been with me every step of the way, and our greatest blessing of all, our new daughter, Layla Grace, the clearest sign that hope exists at Duke. Earlier, I noted 3 priceless gifts, but only referred to 2. The third and most precious of all has come 10 years after, almost to the day of my diagnosis. Not only am I still here to stand before you after all that I've been through, but I just had my first child, a beautiful and healthy baby girl named Layla Grace, born 11 days ago. For me to be able to create a new life after fighting for my own is truly a miracle. Thank you, Duke.